See yourself.
Hell yeah, I look good as shit, man.
See what you look like. Give
Episode fucking, what is this, Sean?
I don't know. Talking to the mic. It's 17.
17?
Yeah.
You sure it's not 18?
I'm pretty sure we're on 17.
Check. We might be. Yep, 17.
All right.
Episode 17, everybody. We back.
Rush hour.
Motherfucker. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay.
Do you do that? Are you like when the? Because we've taken photos together, but you've never done any of the like, fuck you. Like, I always feel so corny when you do that. When you're taking photos and you're like flipping off the camera. Like,
yeah, I don't flip off the camera because
like,
who
looking
are you
at me.
talking to?
Yeah, you're like, fuck you. Don't look at me. It's
Hope your grandma sees that picture.
It's a weird thing. I've definitely done it, but like it's a weird thing to do to just be like, you looking at me? Fuck you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, now I flick some shit off, but like, is that my signature?
Go-to?
Yeah, nah. My signature.
Yeah, I do something like that. I just point at the other person. Like, don't look at me. I do a lot of
That's
that
a
shit.
go-to.
Yeah.
I don't do that, but I see it.
I don't know.
That's a go-to a lot.
I need better, because like it feels like, I don't have enough. I need to join a gang so I can throw up a gang sign, because just for photos. Just for photos.
That's what, because them niggas know how to.
It looks cool.
Hit it up.
It
Like, damn. I want to be in that picture.
Well, they look like, they're like promoting something. You're like, I was just over here promoting peace, but like you got something more specific.
Yeah, you, my man. you got a plan. Oh man, so
I got to figure that out.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm hyped about this drink.
That's really good. That's
just fire, right?
Yeah. I'd say.
Damn. Yep.
What was it? Just more jalapenos?
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh yeah, I feel it now.
Yes, it's really hot. I probably.
No, I like
I
it.
need to
Though.
relax on the.
I like spice. I'm good with it.
You like? All right.
Yeah.
My shit. I feel like it's gonna fuck with my weed smoking, but it's neither here nor there. All right. So on the board
There ain't
today.
nothing on the board.
Well, now I do want to touch what's on the board, but Diddy, man, man, they keep on. This shit is so spicy. They keep on holding this goddamn verdict up, man.
I haven't checked in a little while, and I hate it when like court cases don't show like actual footage and they show like the shitty ass drawings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to like pay attention because I'm just looking at how bad the drawing looks the whole time and like what's like really going on. You know what I mean? Like, and like how they look and just what their facial expressions are and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got Diddy looking like a grandpa.
They had him like all gray hair in like one photo.
They got this nigga looking like Bill Cosby with sweaters and gray hair and shit.
Yeah, and that's what made me wonder. I was like, how like accurate is what I'm looking at,
Right? Like,
and then the stories are like just so convoluted. It's hard to keep track. Like I just need the bullet points. Like just give me the what did you see? What's new? I haven't checked in.
I guess they came. So this nigga's getting charged with like 5 counts of shit. The jury came to a verdict of 4 of them. Now they still going back and forth about
Guilty
count
on
number
4 of
1.
them?
They don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Oh.
But they came to a verdict. God damn, my lips are hot. I gotta grab a water. Shit. You gotta chill on those goddamn jalapenos. I'll put a whole.
I like it.
One.
I like spicy stuff though. So, but I don't think it's that hot.
Not like my lips.
Yeah, just like a little sensitive.
Yeah.
Hit the sensitive area.
All right. Anyway, so they still waiting to find this nigga guilty on count number 1. And I feel like I'm on Hot Ones and shit. Yo, this shit got my lips on fire. But anyway, maybe I'll put some chopstick on or something. So they still trying to find him guilty of count or come to a verdict of count 1, and that's like I guess the racketeering or something. I don't. Some of these charges are like way above my pay grade, but I guess that first one is the one that's capable of getting him life and shit. So I'm like, I didn't know this nigga was facing life.
I thought
And
he
if
was
he's
had,
facing life,
yeah.
let this nigga go.
Wait, what?
Free Diddy if he's facing life. If he's facing like 5 to 10, he can do that.
But you don't think that if it's life, no matter what the charges are, he shouldn't have.
I haven't heard nothing to justify life, is what I'm saying.
Wasn't there like human trafficking charges?
I think they're trying to bring him up on that shit, but I didn't hear like I heard him ordering dick online and shit. like he's calling places to order this dick and shit. So it's like
that's kind of true, yeah, because it's not like,
it's not like he's keeping like motherfuckers in suitcases
like
and like letting them
kidnapping
go like
people, shit like that. Yeah, because that was a little bit that was more explained with like Jeffrey Epstein, where he was like they were like picking up young girls
and like shipping these motherfuckers
and then
shit.
like keeping them. Yeah, like they were like basically kidnapping them. Mm-hmm. Like they were ready to leave. They weren't like at gunpoint. They were just like, oh no, we're on a yacht. We're not going to be back for weeks, so you have to stay. You know? Like,
yeah. And then I heard like they would be stuck on that little island and shit.
Yeah.
And like it had to become like little.
So that was I mean like his case was clear cut. It was like this is very much like human trafficking, like all that shit, like, and they were underage, so there's like that
shit
whole
like
thing,
that,
stuff like that.
Now that deserves a life sentence.
Yeah, and so that's true because even though like Diddy's a freak, like you're right. Like it hasn't been like he was doing some like crazy. It was
like,
more
oh my God, Diddy did like.
It was just like, oh, you're kind of a.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like yuck. Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, man, like that's scary.
No, well, now I do want to look into it because I want to know why you have to get a life sentence for. Would it be like rape or I mean?
Nah, I think it's like this Rico shit. Like they're trying to catch him up on this Rico shit to where it's like, but I don't know what justifies the life. I think the Rico shit is what justifies the life shit and shit. But even still, like that Rico shit, and I think that's the racketeer. I don't know what racketeering is and shit. I think of like tennis when I hear that shit.
Yeah, no, that's a good point because like and I've always been like a little bit confused because like the Rico charges that I've always heard they're not like consistent. It's like it's hard to really make sense of like, well, what is the actual law? Because I see what people are getting charged for, but like, what is the actual law?
Right. So, and then like I thought like Rico was like hella criminal, like hella like you're up here like laundering money and murdering people and like extorting people and like you're raining terror on motherfuckers and people are like scared.
Like mafia stuff, yeah.
Mafia shit.
Yeah.
This nigga's just coming on people and like letting people come on him and shit, and it's like I don't know where the terror is unless like he's terrorizing people with the cum and shit and like he's
well, yeah, see that's what you got me wondering is I wonder if it's the
What'd you say?
Just holding people at hostage.
I'll let it go. If you don't. He doing shit like that, then he might deserve a little time. But life,
yeah,
that's
probably is
more like you need counseling.
You got me thinking I think the sex stuff is what's making the headlines, but there must be some other crimes that's what he's really getting charged with, and I don't know what any of that is.
But it's like, and then I read too, like, cause I be watching this YouTube channel called Law and Order or Law and Crime? I think it's Law and Crime. I think Law and Order is a show. But shout out to Law and Crime. I be watching y'all. There's one white dude and shit. There's one black girl on there. They be talking about all the shit going on, but then like they be talking about like good questions that need to be asked, or that people are asking in the chat and they're asking or whatever. And
Is this a podcast?
God, it's just like a YouTube channel where they just.
Oh, I was imagining like body cam footage or whatever. So yeah, okay, this is something else.
Yeah, nah, it's just like white dude who talks, and then it's like black reporter lady out in the field. It's kind of like a little news channel.
Okay, all right, I got you.
But just dealing with like crime, law and crime, and it gives like updates on the hottest, top crime. And
Dopest
shit.
crime, yeah.
yeah. So they're saying like one of the questions people are asking is like, yo, like why is Diddy if he owns some Rico shit, and usually Rico deals with like a large group of people, it's like why aren't any other staff members and shit being held accountable and being charged and shit?
That's a good point too. Yeah.
And then they said the prosecution brought that up and was like, yo, here are the guilty names in Bad Boy and whatever. Like, don't think just because they're not getting charged that this still isn't a Rico. But it's like, if I'm in the jury, I'm like, bitch, why aren't they getting charged? Like, what the fuck? Like, why are we just so focused on him and all this sex shit? Like, why? I would be confused and horny as fuck. Going through this.
Show me the evidence again.
Yeah, fuck. I had it a second ago. Now I need to watch it.
Fast forward it to the bathroom. That's the 4th time you've done that, sir.
Yeah, you've been taking Exhibit A to the bathroom several times. But yeah, because I guess they got to watch the freak offs and shit. And
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah. Huh. So I wonder if they saw stuff that they can't talk.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
like
they probably
Chris
saw a lot of
Brown
stuff.
run across the room.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, something like that.
You're like, this shit is crazy. Like,
and then they can't talk about it, right? So,
maybe like years.
If it's crazy enough, someone will leak it.
Yeah, hell yeah. And people, I feel like, I wonder, is there like an NDA for jurors? Like after the fact?
I'm sure there's some sort of period where they can't.
But it gotta be like a time. It gotta be like, we gonna hear about it in 5 years on E.
Yeah, probably by the time it comes. Well, it might depend on who the jury is, because they might be a bunch of people that don't know who any of these people are, so they don't really care. And then they realize that, there might be some value behind it, so they decide they're going to go on whatever talk show to talk about it and try to make some money off of it, and it's just not going to sound right. You know? So, and it'll be too
if
far
I'm
down
watching
the
that
line.
shit, I'm like, wait till I tell the homeboys about this shit. Like, that's what'll be going on in my mind. I'll be trying to like record it in my head so I can play it back for the
Draw
homies.
pictures of it.
yeah, like they're doing in court and shit.
You're like sketching it out before it leaves your
sketch artist.
Before it leaves your memory. Like, here's I saw Chris Brown was right here.
Yeah. Ha. Man, that shit gonna start looking like Picasso art. Shit, titties over here.
Seeing like both angles of the titties. Yeah, no, now I keep thinking that though. I want to like deep dive into the case so I can like understand it better, because all I hear is like little bits and pieces, and I don't know what's going on with it.
Now you got to, I guess tomorrow's supposed to be the day.
We're gonna find out.
I think so, man. So I'm nervous, man. I'm kind of nervous for Diddy. I don't know why I want Diddy free.
I kind of feel like, even though I don't know anything, I mean, I know only what everybody else knows about him, but I don't know him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's always been kind of like the villain, you know? But not like, you didn't hate him, you know what I mean? Like, he was the villain, like you were saying, like, if he had to serve like 3 years or something like that, then you'd be like, yeah, he should probably, like, he probably needs that.
Yeah.
You know?
You cook the books or something, nigga.
we heard stories for years.
Right.
You know, like, we know you're kind of the villain, but like, not like, yeah, you don't want to like. completely get rid of them or whatever, you know?
Yeah, hell no. I don't know why I feel like this too. Cause like maybe it's cause like it's like growing up with no dad and shit. Like you look at like a lot of hip hop figures and shit, a lot of famous figures that like kind of father figures, and I feel like unconsciously he's like one of my entertainment dads and shit in a way.
I can't relate there at all. But
Nah,
not like that. But what I think is kind of similar. Is like if you work in the entertainment field to any degree, then you do start to feel for entertainers in a way, like because you're kind of like you can imagine how they got pinned into positions. You can imagine what kind of conversations took place behind the scenes and stuff
it's
like that.
they're part of your fraternity, like we're in the frat kind of thing.
In a way, even on a very, very small level. Obviously, I've never done anything to the levels that he's done. But just looking around, I'm like, I can kind of see how things could happen certain ways. And maybe you're not a bad guy, but you were in a bad position and you did what you had to do.
And then a lot of this shit got me thinking, like, maybe this shit was some get back for all that liquor shit and, like, him just going against the grain of, like, the higher powers. Because it's like, the shit he's being brought up against. Like, I have yet to hear anything that justifies life or even 10 years. Have you heard anything that, even that abusive shit? Like, I know niggas that went upside their girl head like crazy and shit, and all them niggas got was a couple months in jail and some DV classes.
Yeah.
So, this nigga Diddy going to jail for fucking and domestic, that's scary, because it's like, what about me? Like,
You're like, I did way worse.
Probably had. But, yeah, it's like, motherfuckers, anybody can catch Ricos and shit. It's like, man, if you went to the Monchalet, you capable of getting a Rico. Shit.
It could be, and, you know, we might sound like fucking crazy ignorant because we don't have all the details of what's going on. It might be very obvious. So I'm just going to say, like, just throwing things out there. Part of it might have to do with his influence, you know, and like the people he's around and things like that. And so they're like, well, you know, people could be, I don't know, can the law be swayed that way? Like, if you're like, this guy influences so many people and he's done this thing, so we have to be a little bit harsher on him for some, you know, because
we gotta make
people,
an example.
Kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's a thing, but
making an example is a thing, but based on your celebrity, I don't know if it goes in your favor or out of your favor. I would think in, because it's like Diddy probably seen a judge at a freak off,
yeah,
before, and sitting is like judge,
yeah.
judge.
Like, don't play that part of the video.
Right. Rewind it. I mean, fast forward it. We're gonna start it off at 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
You see the judge just pass by.
You see a robe. You say like, wait a minute.
Well, okay, so like on that, and I've always wondered this is like, because like, I feel like what we see in the courtroom is kind of just like all a show. It's like, in a way, it's like entertainment for everybody, right? What actually happens, like, let's say, and maybe I just got this from mob movies, you know, like when they were like, they get sentenced to however many years, and then you see where they're actually serving time, and it's like a luxury apartment or something like that. You know what I mean? And you're like, I know.
I haven't seen that in real life. You seen that in real life?
No, I haven't seen it in real life. I'm talking about like from movies and shit.
Oh, okay, but
like,
okay.
Like in what was it? The
Goodfellas?
Was it the Godfather? Was it Goodfellas? I think it was Goodfellas. Yeah.
But they wasn't in like an apartment, but they was in like a special cell.
Yeah, they had like a special cell where
that shit was big as hell,
cooking
and
pasta and shit like that.
Yeah,
and
shit.
like,
I was like, what the fuck?
And like I've heard of those types of things before, so I wonder if like, you know, with these high level cases like that are like all over the news and shit like that, if they're like, okay, well, to keep the public happy, we're gonna have to give them this sentencing, but the way they serve it no one's going to know. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
It might be like you have a life sentence, but you get to do whatever you do during the day, and then you have to report back here.
Sir.
Yeah. Somebody did.
You got Beethoven playing in the back and shit. This nigga putting on slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like,
but Diddy can't get life. He made I Need a Girl. That can't equate, right?
yeah.
I don't know.
Of all songs, that was a.
I really like that song.
Okay, that was just.
Because I too need a girl, but nah. But that shit just now. R. Kelly, you've been hearing about him molesting children from the early 2000s, and then you hear like him still having this issue. It's like, all right, take your nasty ass, lock this little freaky motherfucker up, type shit.
Would he get 30 years?
Think so, yep.
Yeah.
And so so it's like, yo, take your freaky ass on somewhere. Like, somebody really need to whoop your ass too. But it's like, Diddy ain't touching on nobody young and shit. And
I don't know. Did any of that come out? Because it seemed like they were like kind of alleging towards that, but they didn't say it.
Yeah, like, I haven't heard none of that shit in court. Like, it's just been Cassie, the Jane Doe bitch, Kid Cudi Muscudi. The stupidest name. And the Punisher. Shit, that's like all adults and shit.
Yeah.
And like none of them been like, yo, there's a kid there or some shit. And like,
Yeah, I guess with the stuff that I'm thinking about is the stuff that was not in the court case, like the stories where they would say like he would tell us to drink this drink or something like that, and then like people would come in the room and
oh shit.
uh-oh.
God damn it. All right, well that bucket's full.
Take a little intermission. We got a little spillage on the floor, guys.
Yeah, man.
It's getting handled though.
So what happened? Yeah. So what happens is I gotta fill these damn buckets up with like, it's called RO water and shit. It's like filtered through that shit. And that's what I use to refill the saltwater tank. Cause I can't put just regular.
Oh, that's for the saltwater tank?
Yeah, I can't put regular regular tap water.
And then you gotta get that water out somehow too, right? You use the same thing?
No, that's just kind of like to top it off and shit, cause that shit evaporates fast.
Okay.
But you did remind me, I should probably buy some salt to salt it up a little more. I don't know how
salty it is.
Acidic it is. Nobody. Yeah, I don't really know how acidic that thing is.
Fish look good.
Yeah, they're alright, right?
They're moving around pretty fast.
Yeah, they are.
All right.
Fucking fighters, that's why.
So that's what that's for, to create the water that goes in the saltwater tank.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you put regular tap water in there, that shit look corroded.
There's all kinds of shit in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep, so that's what that was. I forgot it was on. I started hearing that shit overflowing and shit, so I had to go cut it off and get a towel. But we're back. So, back to Diddy. And what did he do?
That was the fucking funniest shit. That was like 60 Minutes or CBS or whatever it was. That was when the case first came out. That was what their special was called. Was like, did he do it? I thought that was so wrong. Like I was like, that just feels like, I don't know. It feels like
especially to come from like a white platform. Like you guys aren't allowed.
Kinda,
like you guys
right?
gotta be
like yeah. It felt so out of place. Like, did he do it?
Right, like nigga, that's for us. You let us do that, nigga. Not y'all. Y'all take it serious, motherfucker.
I felt like they were so
Y'all
happy.
ain't allowed to.
It just it
inside
didn't
jokes
sit right with me. Something was just. I was like, that's funny, but then I was like, I don't know.
That's exactly what it was. It was because there is a white professional platform being obnoxious. Shut up, CNN. Just tell the goddamn news. Shit.
So we'll find out, I guess, tomorrow then, right?
Yep, tomorrow
All
we'll
right,
find
I'm
out,
gonna
man.
tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's when the podcast comes out. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, but are you doing the are you doing karaoke still, or no?
So he invited me to do it. I said, hell yeah, bro, I'll do it. I said, I just need to be paid before I hit the stage. I've yet to hear back from him.
That was supposed to be tomorrow.
Either last week or tomorrow, but
Okay,
either
it's
way,
Wednesdays,
he's not
yeah.
fucking with me. He does not want to give me
All
my $100 beforehand. He wants to, I guess, draw in the money first, and then. But I don't work like that.
Yeah.
I work like that for too long, and that shit pisses me off when like I gotta wait on somebody and chase them around for a little petty money too. And it's like then they want to look at me like I'm being petty or like I'm on some broke boy shit. But it's like, nigga, give me my money. Nigga, I'll take my craft serious. Nigga, that's like, nigga, if I go do a plumbing job or I go do a paint job or something,
Yeah.
nigga, I want to be paid
Isn't that weird?
immediately for my work.
How entertainment stuff isn't handled like that? Because like if a plumber showed up and would you start negotiating with him, or would you tell him like, hey, if you do this for free, I can give you exposure?
Yeah, type shit. Yeah, I'll put your name out there. I'll make a post for you and let everybody know about your plumbing services. No, you don't disrespect people like that. So I don't know why people think it's so cool to just treat us like this. Maybe because a lot of people before us allowed it and shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, we can get away with this shit. But now it's like, nah, because like at first, yeah, now we got internet. I got my own goddamn platform.
Yeah.
I'll do karaoke right here and shit. I won't. But it's like, nigga, to think that like, that's what people be thinking and shit. Like these shows, like these local shows and shit, like these, like back in the day, like back in the early 2000s, like them shows was everything and shit.
Yeah.
But now I look at it like, all right, I'll touch a little bit of people. Like I'll reach a few people. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like that really is cool. Like I love performing, and like it's always dope getting some new fans or not
A new audience, a new
audience
yeah.
and new supporters and
Yeah.
shit. So that's always dope. But to like go through the shit these niggas be trying to put niggas through to do that shit, nah, I'm good. I'd rather get my supporters the same way I'm getting my pussy, and that's online. No, I'm just playing.
I was wondering where you're gonna go with that. It's like,
It's kind of that's where I be meeting a lot of girls, man, online
yeah.
and shit. That's what I told you. I met.
I
the
think
last-
everybody is. I think that's just how it goes now. I feel like.
It's like I told you I met the last girl. She seen one of our podcast clips
Yeah.
and thought we were funny.
Huh.
Yep, and started following. I don't know if she followed you. That's a good question. Did she follow?
I don't know.
Because that'll let me know if she's just here for me or is she here for us.
Is she a true supporter?
Yeah.
Is she really down
Is she
with
just
the
like,
rush hour?
She's like,
I don't know.
If she meets
Who
you,
is she?
If she meets you, will she like fan out? And shit, like, do I gotta worry about that? And shit.
Who is it? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Let me see. I'm typing it.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well.
That means she's got multiple accounts. Just
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Sean. All right, yeah, I really am meeting a lot of my past like relationships or run-ins or whatever came from online, either like Facebook dating or like sliding in inboxes and shit like that. So, yeah, man, it's like, yeah, my girls are coming from online, so why not my audience?
Yeah, I think your audience definitely should be, because I don't know where else you'd find them. You know, what it's like you know what I see a lot of is just like on Reels, TikTok, and stuff like that. There seems to be like a big divide between like girls that are really sick of getting hit on. So you see that a lot, like, oh, I'm at the gym, and sure, I'm wearing this skin-tight, skimpy thing, but that doesn't mean that you're allowed to talk to me. I see like a lot of like those type of posts, and then I see this whole other side where it's like, how come guys aren't talking to me anymore?
Yeah,
no one will approach me or whatever.
The first one is because the guys that they don't want approaching them
Sure,
are
yeah.
approaching them.
Yeah.
And shit, had it been like Michael B. Jordan's
Yeah.
approaching them all the time,
Yeah.
they would not.
Things would be different.
Right.
Yeah.
Bitch wouldn't be saying shit. But yeah. So what you saying though? Like, bitches be online?
Well, yeah, because that's what I'm saying is I think that's what everybody's moving to is online, because that's what I see so much of. But this is all coming from online too, and they're talking about like in the real world or whatever. Like it seems like half of them are posting like, stop hitting on me, and then the other half are like, what happened to all the guys? They like won't talk to me anymore. I've seen like one video in particular where like a girl and her friends were trying to get the attention of a couple guys. They were at a concert or something like that, and so they kept walking in front of them, like standing in front of them, like trying to get the guys to talk to them. And they were like, yeah, we could tell the guys were interested, because they were just like, oh, like check her out, like whatever, stuff like that. But then they never talked to them. They like never. And they were like, what happened? What happened to where, like, guys don't want to? And a lot of guys in the comments were like, well, look at all the other fucking videos where you get mad because, like, guys are, like, hitting on you or whatever, this and that. And I don't know if any of this shit's real or if people just make these videos just to get views. You know what I mean?
That part. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking, one, let's establish bitches don't be knowing what the fuck they want. Shit, I think we need to start there. Shit.
We'll tell you what you want, okay?
If you listen. God damn it. You want to start doing your own thing, thinking for yourself and shit.
Just get the wax out of your ears.
You starting to sound like them old 90s. Old 90s masculinity and shit, man. I miss it. But
well, we lost our one female listener.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Yep. So fellas, it's just us now. It's the man club, like Al Bundy and shit. But yeah, I think we need to start there. Like, I don't know, females are like really indecisive a lot of times and shit. But even then, y'all know, man, the day and age, like, sometimes dudes are scared to become a meme and shit, or to become a post and shit too, and shit. And then some dudes just like, I'll holler at that bitch on IG. Shit,
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna slide in your inbox later, bitch.
That feels really lazy to me, in a way.
And I've been feeling like I think I got more digital game than reality game now.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I be kind of like shy and like nervous and shit to like say something in person and shit.
Yeah.
But like online, I'm like, yo, what your ass doing? What your big head ass doing, little big head? What's little big head ass?
I feel like you don't worry about like screen captures and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, cause you.
Nah, because I'm really player about my shit. Like, I'm really kind of smooth.
So, yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah. Like a little post breakup and shit. If you didn't want me, all you had to do is just say that.
It's like a bunch of pictures of your dick, like all this crazy shit. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm scared. If Diddy's getting this, but anyway. we digress.
Yeah. Bring it back.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But I did want to stop and take a moment though before we forget.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog. I know you got a shout out. We got some shout outs.
Oh, I thought we were gonna save it for the end, but go for it. Go for it. Go ahead.
Oh, you want?
No. Go for it.
Okay,
Go
yeah.
For it. And,
I wanted to do it in the beginning, but I forgot.
Yeah.
And shit.
So we'll do it exactly in the middle.
Yep.
Buried in the middle.
I know. We'll do it. We'll like refresh it again at the end.
All right, we'll give it.
And then we'll clip it up so nobody
no
will
one will
never
know where
Yep.
where it was.
All right, so yeah, shout out to my dog Anthony Deo, and his brand, not his brand, his company, Reheated Leftovers, and what they do is they get like trill vintage clothing and shit, and resell it to you and shit. Like this is an authentic, like Rihanna tour T-shirt and shit.
Was it
Like,
2016?
can you see it? Now my butt's hitting my. All right. This,
Do you want to grab the other ones? Because I actually thought they were pretty dope.
Yup.
Yeah, what was his name?
Anthony Deo.
Anthony Deo. So, does he have a company name? What was it called?
Reheated Leftovers.
Reheated Leftovers. Which I thought these were
Fire-ass
dope.
name.
I'm probably gonna
So boom.
buy a pack too.
My dog know I got the same birthday as Michael Jackson and shit. So he got me this Michael Jackson tee. And these are real authentic, like, I don't know, like memorabilia and shit. Like,
Yeah,
this
that
shit
one
really
looks.
came out when he died.
That looks vintage. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is real vintage shit and shit. So if you into that type of shit, like vintage clothing, this was right after Malcolm X gave that speech. I don't know.
It's like, how old would that be? 80 years old.
This was right when Malcolm X pointed at that one nigga and said, "Get that nigga out of here." So, I don't know. So, God, dropped all my money, dropped all my bands, all this bands laying around. Yeah. So,
Talking to the mic.
So if y'all want some vintage clothing, like I said, this is the real Riri tee and shit. This shit's so hard and shit. A real Rihanna like tour tee and shit. If y'all want some fire ass vintage clothing, memorabilia and shit, holla at my dog Anthony Deo. I'm gonna try to put his info in the description and shit. I will put his info in the description.
Yeah,
Yep.
you could do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do it tonight, just so it's still fresh on my mind and shit, because I'm still behind.
That's gotta take him fucking forever to find shit. Like,
Yeah, that guy does he does some fucking like searching and shit. Like,
Yeah.
and he's in LA too. So that's the most fire thing. Like all this shit is coming from LA.
okay, so you just got more to pick from.
Hell yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah. So like, like there's all kind of concerts and all kind of memorabilia shit in LA from like
You never know whose stuff you're getting to. Remember when like, Chris Brown had a like a yard sale or some shit like that? Like,
Did?
do you remember that? Like years ago.
No, I don't, but I remember just recently Rowdy Rich fucking his fucking storage got auctioned off and shit. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Did we talk about that? I feel like we might have talked about that. And because they found like
A Grammy.
yeah, and then they said they wanted it back and all that.
Yep.
And then yeah,
And they
it
tried
turned
to
into a
extort
big
him a little
thing.
bit,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, all
they
that
extorted
stuff.
him and shit
Yeah.
in return. And shit.
Extorted him in return. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what happened, but he was like, "Yo, you can have this Grammy back."
For shit like that though, for like vintage stuff and things, like LA is such a great area because even if it's not like rap, hip hop stuff, it could be like super old Hollywood type of stuff or
that,
all kinds of things.
I don't know what episode it was. One of the episodes, y'all look back, I got a Billie Eilish T-shirt and shit.
Yeah,
That came from my dog.
I don't remember you wearing that, huh? Okay,
Billie Eilish, and she got like a spider in her mouth and shit.
maybe I
It's like
remember.
a big ass face of Billie Eilish with a spider in her mouth. But anyway,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, it came from my dog Anthony Deo. So follow my dog Anthony Deo. and follow his page, Reheated Leftovers, and go cop some merch, man. Go some one of a kind merch, one of a fucking kind, some 101 shit. So,
Is it pricey? Is it?
Nah, he's reasonable as fuck.
Yeah.
And shit, he basically goes off of like market value. Like he goes and researches like.
Okay, market value's a good way to put it. Yeah, so you're just like, it's not like you're paying what anybody would pay, I guess. So
Basically, and like being that I know you, he'll show you some love.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
None of you
Psych.
get it back.
I'll just play. Now, you used a promo code Rush Hour, and you
Hand
get
deliver it.
nope, but you get like a 20% off. I'll cover the 20%. But if he tripping, like nigga, don't be putting my shit on sale and shit. I'll cover it if he tripping. If not, you can't. It came from me. Use promo code Rush Hour when you hit them up or something. Just be like, yo, I hit you. I seen you from Rush Hour or Ajadan or Sean. You say that, I'll make sure my dog give you a 20% discount and shit.
That's pretty cool. That's very cool of you to do that.
You know what I mean?
So I gotta edit this part out.
Nah.
Maybe we'll find out. Yeah.
Nah, fuck it. Cause even if he don't do it, I'll cover the 20%.
Yeah. All
And
right.
shit. So y'all still get the 20% off.
All
All
right.
right?
Shit. Take advantage of it. Everybody, go do that.
Go get you a motherfucking Riri tee. Nah, ain't no more Riri tees. That's the thing though. That's what's
Yeah.
so cold. He ain't got no more of these.
Yeah. It's the only one.
Only one.
Do you buy it in like?
And the shit just so happened to fit me. But
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, do you like depending on how much money you give them, like how much stuff you get back, or?
Nah, it's just kind of like you buy each item and shit.
Oh, you
One
buy
by-
the items. So
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, like he'll tell you this item is this much. This.
I didn't know
this
if it
much.
was like a mystery bag type of thing or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
You probably can do some shit like that. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be against doing some shit like that. But nah, yeah, you'll know what you're purchasing and shit.
Okay.
Item by item. And like he does this shit on What's Not, he goes live, I think damn near every night.
Yeah.
So yeah, follow. I don't know how to get y'all to that shit over there, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Just
But
get on
yeah.
Whatnot, look them up, you'll find them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And so yeah, that's how it really promos all this shit. Well, who do you got on, man? Who you giving a shout out to, man?
This is actually my own thing.
For real?
Yeah, Denver Plug was the thing I came up with a couple years ago. It's not out yet. I just had a shirt made because I've been working with like a manufacturer, and I kind of like the logo, so I just threw it on there.
That shit is hard. I thought that was somebody else. That's you.
This is me. Yeah, this is me.
This
But
whole
it's not out yet, though. It's what it
Okay.
is it's going to be a directory for the entertainment business just out here for right now, just out in Denver. So what it is basically like, kind of like Facebook, or like any social media. You can create a profile. So like, let's say you get on there, just list all the things that you do. You just click on all the things that you do. So you're like a comedian, you're a podcaster, you're a host, you're a singer, whatever it is that you want people to know that you do, right?
Okay.
And then you can put your prices out there. You can put up your media, like your photos, videos, stuff like that, like your portfolio, and that's it. It's not the type of social media where you interact with people all the time and you talk to them and stuff like that. It's more just like a directory. So like, let's say someone that's never been to Denver, but they're a singer. They come out here and they're like, oh, like what are the studios that I could record at? Or who are some other singers? Because I need some backup singers or something. Or I need a guitar player. Or, you know what I mean? Like all that.
Because like the comedy scene has that. In every city you go to,
Yeah.
there's like a comedy website that you can go to and it'll show all the cities' open mics.
Oh, what's the website?
I don't know what Colorado's is. I did know it was like 303 comedy or some shit.
Huh.
I forgot. But like every city, like LA got its own website, but it's not the same website and shit.
Yeah.
It just every city has its own.
It's got some sort of directory type of thing.
Basically.
See, I couldn't
Yep.
find any. There's Facebook groups and stuff like that, but it's like when you do a Facebook group, it mostly just
join it and shit.
well, it mostly becomes an extension of your friends. It's not really like, you know what I mean, like all encompassing.
Right,
And that's
right.
kind of what I would want mine to be is like, as like I would even create like ghost profiles for people. Like, let's say I know this studio exists, so I'm going to list them here. I'm going to list their phone number that they have published, but they haven't like grabbed that profile yet. They haven't claimed that profile yet. You know what I mean? And just kind of keep it going, and anybody can create the profiles there. I don't know. I'm like I don't know how to do this stuff really, and that's why I've been sitting on it for so long. I like the idea.
might have to
I've
clip this part
created
out,
it.
man.
No, the
Somebody
what? The website's out there.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
cool.
out. This is
All right.
out. You can add your email address if you want to be notified when it goes live. It's just, and I've worked with developers and like all kinds of shit. It just doesn't look like how I want it to look like yet. So I just feel like everything that I've created so far, it's too cumbersome. It's too confusing. It's not as easy to use. I want it to be a thing that's just super duper easy to use. There's no extra shit. It's just like, you know, like when you go to Google and it just, you just search, like that simple. I want it to be like that simple.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to make that happen yet. So anyways, that's all this
I'll
is.
ask ChatGPT after the show.
Yeah.
But you know, he has all the answers. But okay, damn. Well, that's hard.
Yeah, I think it'll be a useful thing. And not necessarily one of those like $1 million dream type of things, but more just like something I want to see happen, you know?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really might be like small, but like impactful and needed and long lasting and shit.
If it's all that, I'll be very happy. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's even further than, you know what I mean? Like I can imagine it going, but I'm hoping to create something out of it. We'll see. You know what I mean? Now this is videos out here. I've talked about it to a few people in town. Everybody seems to kind of, you know, think it's like generally like a good idea.
Okay.
What's crazy is several people that I talked to, and they're kind of like bigger players in the game out here. They said they had the same idea. So I was like, okay, well, you know what I mean? People want it.
Okay.
So it's got to be out there, and then we'll, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. Well, we'll find out. But that's all that is.
You know,
So
if you build it, they will come.
maybe.
Pause.
I just build it, and everybody just starts coming. Okay, so one thing I just want to bring up, one current thing.
What's up?
I think it's got to go on this episode because it'll be forgotten by next episode.
All right, shoot.
Did you see Drake's post?
About T-Pain?
No.
He made another post?
He did like a. what do
Is
you
it
call
like new
Carousel.
braids or some shit?
It was him jogging, and then his 6-pack. Did you see his 6-pack?
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah. It's always some light skin shit.
What did you think about it? I'll tell you what I thought about it, but what?
Go ahead. I want to hear your thought. Well, all right. What I thought about it, because I don't want to seem like I'm piggybacking off of your thoughts. You already had your mind made up off this shit. So what I thought about it was, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what that nigga body looking like right now. But I did see a lot of people like commenting and saying like his arms look fake, or like no, his arms. It had to be fake because like his arms had zero detail and shit. So it's like how you got abs, but like your arms don't got definition. And I didn't know bodies work. Like I don't know how bodies work. And shit, I came to the conclusion. But what were your thoughts?
That exactly is like I was. Number one, I like scrolled through and I was like, none of this I give a fuck about. It was like 4 images and like 2 videos, whatever. I was like, I don't give a fuck. But then I was like, I kept coming back to like the picture where he's taken in front of the bar and he's like showing off his abs, and I was like, that just don't look right. And it's and the thing is like when you lose fat, the last place you lose it is your gut.
So you're gonna
see it here first, and then the last place you see it is in the abs. And the abs are typically like the hardest to like show through, you know? And so for those to look like it looked like a little like crate of eggs or whatever. You know what I mean? It was like it was too well defined. It looked weird. It almost looked like he outlined it in Sharpie. Like it was strange. And I was like, those, yeah, I'm pretty sure those are fake. But I hadn't seen anybody else say that yet, so I was like, that just doesn't look right to me. And then they show there's like a video of him from like running, like it's like recorded from behind, and like he kind of looks like he doesn't know how to run, like in a way. It just looks clumsy, like he's running in basketball shoes or something. It looks clumsy and weird, and I was like,
stupid.
I was like, man, this
stupid
is
like Forrest and shit.
No, Forrest ran well. It looked like. Did you see it? Did you see the video?
I didn't see the running.
It looks because he's like
seen the abs
because
and
he's
shit.
running like
And I'm mad I seen those, but
footed, and it's kind of like it's not real like swift looking. And I was like, this looks like you're doing it for the video, not like it's they just
Like a
happen to
thing.
catch you on your routine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it don't look right, and you just got like I don't know. Everything about it just seems so weird, and I don't know. I was like, what is he up to? Like, what is he doing? Like,
I don't know. I feel like in his mind, he thinks everything he does is like super cool.
you think
Yeah, hell
he's
yeah.
like that? You think
He's like hella famous. He's light skinned.
yeah?
He's pulling bitches and shit. So he's like, yo, this shit gotta go.
Then
Like,
why would he
they're
need
gonna
to
love
go get
this.
ab surgery if he
Yeah.
already feels like
You
he's
think
winning?
that's what he got?
It had to be. It had to be.
Ab surgery? Yeah, I don't. Shit, man. I heard niggas getting calves and shit. So
Calves?
calf surgery, like motherfuckers getting like big ass.
Calf muscle surgery?
Yeah.
To
Niggas,
make them
like,
look.
getting like fucking
But
chicken
is that,
breasts
like, a
in
popular
in
thing?
the back of their shit, huh?
I didn't know about that.
I haven't seen it lately, but I have seen it.
I've seen like the oil getting injected into biceps and stuff like that.
For real? That's a thing?
Yeah, in other countries, and it looks wrong. It
Gross.
looks like something's wrong with them. Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't look like good.
Mm.
But that was the other confusing thing. I mean, that was the most confusing to me. Is I was like, he's already, you have that many achievements as Drake. I was like, why is he doing this? Like, he's got enough money to just hire the top trainers in the world, have like a nutritionist, like have a chef. Like,
Yeah,
he
he's-
wouldn't need to do that. Like.
Yeah, he's too grown to be going through like vanity problems and shit.
He already made it. Yeah, that's like something you do in the beginning, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
is that real? Is that in? Well,
Yeah,
everybody
then
go
you-
listen to his new song. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's just a weird thing.
Some
And then I
midlife
was trying to
crisis
figure
shit.
out. This is gonna sound weird too, because after that I started picking the whole photo apart. Because I was like, is this his house? He
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
at home, right? He was like at a country club or something, right?
I don't even remember the
Jim?
background. I just remember like him trying to show abs and then like.
But he's in the mirror. He's in the mirror of
Okay,
a bar.
I gotta look at this picture again.
He's
I
in
don't
the,
want to.
there's like a bar set up. He's taking a picture in the mirror. And so I was like, okay, that's probably not a gym because they wouldn't have a bar at a gym. Even if it's like a, wealthy type place, that would seem weird,
And they
right?
always catching him doing these stupid duck lips and shit. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What is you? Why is you looking like Ben Stiller on like every fucking post and shit?
Yeah, those
nigga?
look bad. Here, that's the photo right there. Okay, so
This one.
yeah, is it gonna show the whole thing, or it's just the close up?
Yeah, I did remember seeing like a lot of liquor.
That's not the that's not the full photo.
Let me see. Let me go to images. This nigga is hilarious, man. He's got to be stopped.
Does he? Okay,
That's
that is the full one. Now, do you think that's his home? Or do you think he's at somewhere?
I hope it's his house, because why is you at other people's house with your shirt off?
Yeah, number one, he's got his shirt off. So if he was in a public space, that'd be weird. I would think that's his
And
home.
somebody else's house, that'd be weird.
Well, whose
Like, if that's
home-
Tyrese.
Whose home has exit signs like that, though? Is that normal for mansions?
Huh.
And they're on both sides. See, there's one over there, too. And I was like, where the fuck is he?
God damn, Sean, you're good.
I wasn't like investigating. I was just like, that
I'm gonna have
looks.
you look at a couple of my baby mama's pictures and
I
shit,
was like,
and
this,
see what you
this
can
looks,
pick out.
look how fake that looks. It looks so fake and crazy.
No, it does. It does. That
And then
shit
I was
looks
like,
like.
where is he?
It looks like bodysuit and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like when actors and shit like are
They
shooting
would-
the scene and shit.
they
Yeah.
put the whatever, the like Hulk muscles on or something.
Yeah, and then they pay like this, like Drewski. Drake looks like this. That's hilarious. Then somebody put pack of honey buns and shit, but yeah, this nigga went from this to this. Shit, man. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't got any problems with Drake or anything like that. I just
Yeah,
thought that
and I feel like-
sometimes he just posts weird shit that's like so fucking weird.
yeah, it's just super emotional light skinned nigga shit, man. It's just like, man, stop, dude. So he need like 3 dark skinned niggas around him to like punch him in the chest every now and then to be like, nigga.
I think he has that, or he had that at one point, and then he got the
He got
exact
rid of him.
opposite reaction. Is everybody's like, why is he trying to act like he's like
He's
hard all of a
and shit,
sudden? Yeah.
He needs to find a balance. But then duck lips gotta go.
Yeah.
And like all this sexual shit, like you gotta chill. Cause you got like I don't know. Yeah, we're spending too much time on Astroworld doc came out. Shit.
All right, you got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes for Astroworld.
Oh, we had like 15 for Drake's abs. Fuck that, man.
We only got 3. The camera's gonna shut off at any moment. We got like 3.
Oh, man.
That is
Fuck
true,
you,
though.
Drake in your ass, man, for having us. All right. God damn it. Astroworld came out. I didn't know that many people died.
Wait, how many was it?
10. And one of them was 9. I cried.
That's true. I thought it was like 3 people. Yeah, that's true.
I cried, man.
Yeah.
When I heard it was a 9-year-old and shit. My son is 9.
I heard about that at the time, so I thought it was like a 9-year-old and like a couple other people or something like that.
No, it
So,
was 10 confirmed
Yeah.
asphyxiated deaths.
Yeah. That's a shitty way to go too.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So and then nobody was held liable criminally. There were some suits that was settled behind closed doors. But I'm hearing that like, yeah, Live Nation, like people heard that motherfuckers was dying in the crowd and shit, and people just like, all right, well,
I gotta say one
after
thing.
this set, we're
I
gonna
gotta say
close it.
one thing.
What's up?
Okay, so one of the most famous scenes is where the kid gets up and him and I think the girl,
Another girl. Yep.
and they're trying to get the attention of the camera operator,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now I've done that job. There's
I thought of you when
yeah.
I seen that. I was like, yo, what the fuck power does Sean got?
look at
in that
There's
situation.
almost nothing you can do right then because the headset that he's wearing is mostly to hear
Right.
what the director is saying. Now there's a microphone so he can talk back, but if you there's a little button that you click to turn the microphone on. Typically, it's so loud during the concert that all the director's gonna hear is just, you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. And so the only thing that he could have done was figure out what's going on, hop off the camera. But I mean, the cord's only so long, you know what I mean? And then
Okay.
like try to tell a secret message to like the director, and then maybe the director could get a hold of somebody else if the director has the lines to say get a hold of the tour manager or whoever it is.
Right,
But
right.
sometimes they don't, you know what I mean? So that was always frustrating because like I feel like everybody was looking at that camera operator being like, why aren't you helping? Why aren't you helping?
Oh,
And
yeah,
I was
but
like, he can't.
I knew immediately that like he couldn't really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't like his his lack of concern, but it's like, yeah, to expect him to like end the show, like, yeah, was diabolical and shit. But I think, yeah, now that I'm looking back at him, yeah, I do remember him. He was like, yo, like like get the fuck down. But then they was trying to, but then he was like,
probably doesn't know because I'm not excusing everything because, you know, I don't know the guy, so I can't excuse everything.
you
But
taking up for your fellow
usually-
cameraman?
when you're, I am. When you're filming the show, you're watching this. the whole time. So you're not watching any of this. And if somebody gets up, which people get up all the time, and they'll like grab you and they'll ask for stuff. They'll be like, "Oh, can I get like the set list, or can I get this or whatever?" And so
Okay.
you know what I mean. You're like, usually what I would do is I just be like, "Man, I don't have power like that. Like I don't." Like you might look at me like I'm part of the production, but I'm not really.
Right,
like,
right.
We're like you're probably have more rights than I do. 'Cause,
Right. I'm just,
you know what I mean? I'm stuck.
I'm just
sitting right here. You know what I mean?
I'm just a hired work type
Yeah,
of deal.
you know what I mean? And so like, yeah, that was frustrating when I kept seeing that video because they kept showing that over and over, not just on the documentary, but like on social media and stuff. And people were like kind of shitting on the camera operator, and I was
real?
like, yeah,
Yeah.
on TikTok they were a lot. And
Okay, I
was-
didn't see that. So yeah.
And I was like too afraid to stand up for him, so I just said, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, fuck that cameraman.
No, I think I kind of tried to stand up for him, but like was, you know, I'm going against the mob, so
Does
what?
that mean the camera's dead?
What? That means the battery's gonna die any second now,
Oh, okay.
but it's still recording. Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Stick up for your cameraman.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I didn't. I don't know. That's
Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. I thought of you
yeah.
when like they kept like after a while they kept showing it. I was like, damn, that's like if Sean was up there. But I'm like, what the fuck could Sean do at that point?
He
Like,
got mad at me.
yeah. But now I do like shout out to that kid, man, because I like how he started cussing out like other kids in the crowd. Like he was like, "Yo, fuck you." He was like, "There's people dying down here, woo woo" type shit. Like the fuck you like, yeah. I liked his energy a lot and shit, man. So shout out to that kid, man. And yeah, that was tough. That shit just seemed like that whole concert just seemed like hella demonic and shit. Like,
You know, yeah.
people's dying and shit, and he's still performing more songs and shit, and pyro
But-
fucking things are going off and shit, and it's just like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck?
And I've heard Travis Scott's not like the kindest person behind the scenes, but at the same time,
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
see the behind the scenes. He's a
Yeah.
dick.
yeah.
Hell yeah, I see like there's a you gotta watch this shit. It's like a body cam video of him like getting kicked off a boat because he's fucked up and shit and
I haven't
drunk.
seen that,
Like him and
yeah.
his people's getting kicked off a boat, but like the way he's acting is just like, yo, calm the fuck down, bro. Type shit.
So did you feel like when you watched the documentary, like that was all new stuff, like you didn't know about, or
Yeah, hell yeah.
because
Hell
I felt
yeah.
like it was like all out there. When I watched it, I was like,